Hey, welcome back to Kult of Athena's YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tom. Today we're looking at something from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This is the Anduril Dagger. Dark Sword makes the full-size sword as well, but we're going to look at the Dagger today. Take a look at some specs and some up-close looks of this work of art. Let's get right into it. Alright, so obviously this one being from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, this is the Dagger version of the Anduril sword. So if you're probably watching this, you've probably watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy, maybe more than once. So the Anduril Dagger is just obviously based on the sword. We've got the longer pommel. The pommel ends up being into kind of just really the whole guard. You could use this in the two hands if we're looking at function. Just to say something off the bat with this is let's look at this from the perspective of a collector's item. Not just a not just a dagger or even like honestly the length of it into a short sword. Think of this more like a collector's item because it's only slightly sharp. It's got a great steel quality. The craftsmanship is done really well from the runes that you're going to see in the up-close look to really just the overall feel of it in hand. It has a very lively feel to it. But just so you know, when I did the cut testing on this, it comes slightly sharp. I'm sure you can do a sharpening service and get this sharpened if you really wanted to, but I'm going to kind of predict that those that would want to get this one are really more into the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and they're going to look at this more of a collector item than something that you may just want to destroy water bottles and tatami mats with. Okay, so overall, just first impressions on it. It feels really solid in hand. What it feels like in hand is more of a small sword. So like not a small sword, just like a compact sword, but a small sword like a dueling sword. Now I know this is a dagger, I know it's the Anduril Dagger, but how it feels in hand is the tip is very precise, so keeping the tip on line with the center, really easy to work with on that. The longer pommel is not weird. It doesn't like get in the way. It just feels like a longer, kind of like a dob, like a tie sword as well. So similar feel as far as that goes. But overall, like the aesthetics of it from Lord of the Rings and like what I've seen of it, it looks really sick. It's got a mirror polish. It's got a really deep fuller on it. You're gonna get a lot more up close looks on it. If you see in the up close looks some blemishes toward the upper third, which you may be able to see right now, that is because I already did cut testing with it. And again, it's slightly sharp, so it cut through tatami mostly, but again, that's not really what we're looking for primarily for this one. This would be an awesome collector's item. Another thing to mention too is this one, you can wear this one, so if you're going to wear this at Ren fairs and things like that. You also have a belt loop, not just a belt loop, but an actual scabbard with a belt attachment, so you can wear this out of the gate. So if you purchase this one, if you pick it up, and you want to get this one, you can totally wear it as well to Ren fairs and other reenactments and things like that. Let's do some up close looks of this one in the scabbard of the Anduril Dagger, so you can see the high mirror polish and also the runes. Let's take a look. Overall length 29¼ inches, blade length 20¾ inches. Weight 11½ ounces, edge is moderately sharp. We have a width of 36 millimeters. And a thickness of 5.9 millimeters down to 2.8 millimeters. Peen pommel, point of balance is 1¼ inches from the guard. Grip length, just the black leather, is 3 5/8 inches. And we can see the pommel extends out. Blade steel is 5160 high carbon steel. This is a fantasy sword manufactured by Dark Sword Armory. Some up close looks of the scabbard itself. You see the steel tip. This is a wood cord leather wrap scabbard with a sword belt attached to it, so you can wear it if you're going to add this one to your collection. Good quality leather. You're going to see it has a chap or a rain guard to protect the guard and the scabbard itself from collecting unnecessary moisture and things like that. And it also adds a little bit of flair to the scabbard. The draw in and out is clean. And it's overall a durable scabbard. Alright, so in conclusion, who would this one be for? Who would the Anduril Dagger be for? This could be a great gift for someone who really loves the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This would be something unique to add to your collection, to have up on a sword stand and just kind of, you know, get some more Lord of the Rings lore into your life. So if you wanted something like that, this may be something you want to add to your collection. So I would definitely put this more in the category of collector's item than, not that it's not functional, but that's just not the primary use of this one for it being from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. You're moving into fantasy territory and you just want something that looks badass you may want to add the Anduril dagger to your collection. To buy this one, click the link in the description below this video to buy this one and add to your collection today. I'm your host, Tom, for Kult of Athena's YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one.